What's up, Band-Aid gang? Y'all get in here. We got another exclusive live, y'all. It's going crazy out here. Make sure y'all spam that like button, share and subscribe. We back. I thought I told you already, Band-Aid gang. I've already mentioned this. What did I call it? 2020 sick. And it's already been kicked off. We ain't even, 9 days into the new year. And look what happened. 2026, we putting a stamp on it, Band-Aid gang. Y'all get up in here. What up, Taddy? Man, it's going crazy in Minneapolis. And this is all part of a test, if you ask me. Now, the streets is going crazy. They in D.C. They riding everywhere right now, everybody. They riding everywhere. Good morning to everybody. Please spam that like button. Hit that like button. Y'all get in here. Now, you know, this is what we do, Band-Aid gang. We cover what's going trending right now, and this is what's going on in Minneapolis. Let's go ahead and rock this show and see what's going on. Shouts out to the Band-Aid gang.
We're taking a closer look at what happened in Minneapolis today that led to a 37-year-old woman getting shot by an ICE agent. Now, it all started this
37-year-old woman, gang. 37. Here's the thing. This is what we got. This is a woman. This is not a man getting shot by ICE. This is not a man, gang. This is a woman. Let's be mindful of that. Let's not get tricked and get all fooled with how they gonna try to make shit seem like self-defense. See, this is the type of shit right here that is not going to be tolerated, and the people are not tolerating it. And this doesn't have to do with Black Lives Matter. See, this is not no Black Lives Matter thing. This is just what's right matters, gang. What right matters. And that's what we standing on right here today. Y'all get in here, hit that like button, y'all. So let's go ahead and look at this, y'all.
Afternoon during an ICE-related operation, the incident was caught on camera in multiple angles. Police say this video starts with the driver blocking the street. The driver is gesturing at ICE officers, and they start to approach her SUV. One agent goes to the driver's side door. You'll see him in a minute. He tries to open the door while another officer steps in front of the vehicle. She then starts to take off, appearing to turn, and then shots were fired. Take a listen. Yep, right there. She then continues to drive and she crashes seconds later. The incident is also shown from another angle. You can see the ICE officer in front of the SUV here in this video as that car accelerates, and that agent then, of course, then opens fire.
Now let's go back. Let's go back. Y'all hit that like button. Spam that like. 37-year-old woman.
To the driver's side door. You'll see him in a minute. He tries to open the door while another officer steps in front of the vehicle.
We're gonna take this off right here.
Take off, appearing to turn, and then
so
shots
everybody
were
can see
fired.
this. Y'all get in here. 37-year-old.
Yep, right there. She then continues to drive and she crashes.
37-year-old.
Tries to open the door while another officer steps in front of the vehicle.
So we're going to look right here. This is what we do. Spam that like button. We're going to look right here. We're going to break it down like we do Band-Aid gang. Y'all get in here. Hey, this is unreal. This is unreal that these men have to take that type of excessive force on a woman that is driving off. She's not driving towards the officer. And look, Taddy said, but they did not tell her to stop. Now, regardless if they told her to stop, though, too, Taddy, is that the main thing, no, they didn't tell her to stop. And if they did tell her to stop, gang, and they did not need to use excessive force of a weapon. See, this is going to go big time, gang. Ain't no telling how long these people are going to be riding the streets when it comes to this, you guys. It doesn't make any sense on why they had to use this type of force to shoot a woman 3 times in the face. 3 times. Is this a test? Now, let's go ahead and listen to this, gang. Band-Aid, let's go. Y'all get in here. Spam that like button. 3 times in the face. They shot this lady 3 times in the face.
She then starts to take off, appearing to turn, and then shots were fired. Take a listen. Yep, right there. She then continues to drive and she crashes seconds later. The incident is also shown from another angle. You can see the ICE officer in front of the SUV here in this video as that car accelerates, and that agent then, of course, then opens fire.
I said, damn.
Was identified by the Minnesota Star Tribune as Renee Nicole.
Now, this is the woman, Renee Nicole, 37-year-old woman, and ICE shoots this woman in her face. 3 times. Run up to the vehicle. What is the cause? They're going to have to do some serious investigating on this. This going to make the streets go crazy, Band-Aid Gang. And I mean, it's already bad enough us we going into this 2026 with this type of nonsense already. It's almost looking like Ferguson. I said, damn, is this another test going into 2026, Band-Aid Gang? Hit that like button, y'all. Let's run this shit up, y'all, because this is real. This needs to be talked about. It's all over the place right now. People are rioting everywhere because this is a major issue. Now, how are they going to end up letting these officers slide on shooting this woman in the face 3 times, gang? What makes them shoot her 3 times in the face? Let's go, Band-Aid Gang. Y'all get in here.
And then shots were fired. Take a listen.
Shots fired. For what reason? Shots fired. Give me an example. Shots were fired for what reason? Can somebody please put that in my chat? What is the reason that they need to fire 3 shots into a vehicle and shoot a woman in the face? Again, not a male, a woman in the face. This was a woman that was shot in the face by men. By men. By ICE. They shot this woman in the face 3 times. Now, see, we gonna break this shit down because, see, this don't make no sense. Double tap that screen. 3 times in the face, Angel.
Yeah, that's horrible.
3 times in the face because a person is driving off. Now, if we let this type of shit go by, how many other people are gonna get shot for just driving off? I said, damn. Y'all get in here. How many people we let this slide? And I don't blame people for protesting out there, because if we do not stand up for this type of action being taken, then they gonna start doing us all type of ways, gang. If have a mixed feelings about this, I have to listen more. And it does make you think like that, Taddy. We gonna look at this. Now let's look at it. ICE hops out the vehicle. We got 21 in vehicle. Double tap the screen. Y'all get in here.
One agent
now look.
goes to the driver's side
We got
door.
1 agent. We got 2 guys right here walking to the vehicle. It's a woman in the vehicle. Okay, we identifying it. Okay, we identifying, okay, it's a woman in the vehicle. We are men. We are men with weapons. Semi-automatic weapons in our hand, bulletproof vests. See, this is why they protesting, gang. This is why they going crazy, and I do not blame them. Again, this ain't no Black Lives Matter. This is everybody lives matter. White lives matter. Hispanic lives matter. Everybody lives matter. These men are heavily armed. These men are protected. I said, damn, hit the like button. Y'all get in here. These men are heavily protected, heavily armed. Please tell me, why did these men shoot this woman 3 times for leaving? Was there a weapon in her lap? Apparently not, because if she had a weapon in her lap, then I am sure that this woman would have turned out like this. She's driving away. Why would you shoot this woman 3 times in the face? She did not deserve this.
No,
she did not deserve this. What's going on, 84 Offspring? Salute to you. Y'all hit that like button. Double tap that screen. Exactly. These clowns are not qualified to have this kind of power. Exactly. See, we're going to cover this also on my panel, where I have an open panel where people can add their input and come in. This is a woman. This is not fair. This is a woman again. What make 3 men shoot inside of a vehicle with a woman? Let her drive off. There's so many other options that these ICE people could have taken. They could have let her drive off, as they do say now, that when these officers have these high-speed chases, we lose more people accidentally in a high-speed chase. Just let the car go. What happened to the rule of letting the person just drive away? I said, damn. Let's go.
You'll see him in a minute. He tries to open the door while another officer steps in.
He tries to open the door We see him trying to open the door. This woman is leaving. Why did you fire? Not into the door, into the head, into the face? I said, damn. Why did they shoot this woman in her face? Let's talk about it, Band-Aid gang. Y'all want some real truth? You right here, because we gonna break this stuff down, Band-Aid gang. Salute to everybody in here. We got 60 in the building. Double tap the screen. Thank you, Taddy. It does not make no sense. Please double tap the screen. The description, this is fair use commissary. The description and the disclaimer is in the description. Thank you guys very much. We got 88 in the building. Please double tap the screen. This is something that needs to be talked about, y'all. Otherwise, if the people do not hit the street and put boots on the ground like they putting boots on the ground, testifying, going down here, protesting about this gang, then guess what? They're going to start doing it to us all as the New Year's come on. As 2026, 2027, 2028, it's going to get worse if people don't do what they're doing. So salute to the people that got the boots on the ground that's protesting about this. These officers need to be taken in. They need to lose their job, and all of them need to be in front of a judge.
Of the vehicle, she then starts to take off, appearing
she takes
to turn,
off,
and then shots were fired. Take a listen.
Listen to this. Foul, foul.
Yep, right there. She then continues to drive.
So which one of these shot the lady? Look at.
She then starts to take off, appearing to turn, and then shots were fired. Take a listen.
Now, see, this is crazy. So apparently it looks like this officer shot the rounds, or it could have been this guy that shot this young, innocent woman for just leaving the scene. She could have got paranoid. She could have mental illness. She didn't know what the hell was going on. Was there any drugs in the vehicle? Was there any drugs in the vehicle? No. Was there any weapons in the vehicle? No. But we have a woman that was shot in the face again. Not a man, a woman. Not three men walking up to a vehicle trying to make another man. Now, it doesn't make a difference if it was a man nor a woman, but it should be a little different because it is a woman. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. This is a woman. The woman cannot harm any men, gang. Thank you guys for the hearts. And a woman that is leaving the scene gets shot 3 times in the face. What was going through this man's head? These ICE, all these National Guards, all these people need some type of psych evaluation, I think, before they get these jobs. Are they evaluating these guys? What makes you think that you can do this? Hey, Nurse 59, salute to everybody. What? Because she was breaking the law. Just now, Clifford Wells. If we go by just because she was breaking the law, there would be a lot of people unalive. That is not fair. Breaking the law, that's all you can give me. She tried to run them over. Assault with a deadly weapon. I said, damn, does this look like? Now, everybody have their opinions. Everybody have their opinions. I'm giving my opinions. Be careful to everybody in the chat. Just be mindful of the words that you speak in here. We allow you to say what you want to have to say. But I do not see this woman trying to run anyone over. Now, Teddy say, I would have stopped. Now, Charles say, see, that's the type of dumb stuff we don't need to say. And I exactly agree with you, my brother. I exactly agree with you. Because I'm not seeing, let's play it again. I'm not seeing this woman trying to run anyone over.
Officers, and they start to
let's
approach
look
her
before
SUV.
Now this
One
was
agent
that was
goes to
a
the driver's
dumb comment. I don't mean to say it wrong to you or sound like I'm being disrespectful. Clifford. Now I said damn Clifford. Now come on, Cliff. Now come on, Clifford. Clifford, you telling me she trying to run them over?
Door. You'll see him in a minute.
Where's this lady trying to run them over at, Band-Aid gang? Where is the woman trying to run them over? We got 93 in the building. Double tap the screen. Let's run these likes up. Where do you see, Band-Aid gang? I said damn. and see what you did. You're going to make me bring up my squad. Now, the squad coming up tonight, because we're going to be covering this, because this is going to be on the internet. Your opinion. Now, let me read this. Your opinion. She said she was shot 3 times. LOL. Idiot. There was only 2 shots. Stupid. Now, look. Call it what you want to call it. Call me what you want to call me. But I'm going to tell you what I see right here, Band-Aid gang. Y'all get in here. Get up in here. Other cop walked in front. Look at the other side. Don't just look at one side. Look at the other side. Now, Cliff. Now, look, Clifford. Look, Clifford.
He tries
look.
to open the door while another
Now,
officer
Clifford.
steps in front of the vehicle.
Look.
She then starts to take
Now,
off.
where's she
appearing
running?
to
Where's she
turn,
running
and
somebody
then shots
over
were
at?
fired. Take a listen.
Where is she running somebody over at? Regardless of her run,
Yep, right there.
why was she shot 3 times in her face? 3 times. Now you say 2 times, it doesn't matter if she was shot 1 time. Why was she shot in her face, Band-Aid gang? Now be respectful to the chat. Double tap the screen. We got 121 people up in here. Y'all get up here, show some respect to the channel. Kitchen other campers because you're looking at just one side. I would not consider what do you guys think, chat? Y'all participate in here. I'm live right now. This dude is at the front. Are you actually stupid? The dude is at, now look at this, gang. Look, where do you see? Listen to this. She deserved to get shot.
Seconds later.
Now this is what everybody not realizing. Start thinking about if that was your loved one and you actually watched this go on to one of your loved ones, Band-Aid gang. I said, damn. Now, what if this was one of your loved ones that you saw pull off and was shot in the face and is not here? It ain't like she's wounded. She went up. She went up. Always trying to dig something into something. Now, everybody.
Somebody delete that person out.
Thank you for getting them out the chat. Because if you're not going to be respectful over here, gang, then you got to go. You got to go. Now, you got people all over the world protesting about this because it was not fair for this woman just from pulling off on ice, in the ice, that she deserved to be unalived. I said, damn. First of all, she shouldn't have been blocking or impeding ice from whatever they have going on. I don't get when people start thinking they were above the law. All actions have a reaction. Real shit. Please be respectful. Thank you. Please be respectful. Okay, I'm reading right here. What would have happened if she sat and talked to them? Probably nothing. Bad deal. Very sad. I'm going to pin that.
Ass out of here. Since you want to be disrespectful, now your ass.
Now I'm going to pin this one right here because it could have turned out different if she sat. Absolutely. If she sat, she would probably be here. So I'm always put something up that makes a lot of sense. But it is a very, very sad deal that this woman was shot in the face. Now let's continue.
The incident is also shown from another angle. You can see the ICE officer in front of the SUV here in this video as that car accelerates, and that agent then, of course, then opens fire. That woman killed was identified by the Minnesota Star Tribune.
Now, she does not look like she's Hispanic. She does not look foreign. She looks like the typical American Caucasian woman. She was 37 years old. Now, we do see. Now, what do you guys think? Now, we do see right here. But I don't know what the streets is going to be thinking different, y'all. Y'all know the streets are going to be thinking different. The streets are going to think different. Look, Band-Aid gang.
In this video, as that car accelerates,
look right here.
That agent then, of course.
Right here. So here's the gentleman right here in front of the vehicle. He's on the side of the vehicle. He's not directly in front of the vehicle. So we're going to take this, double tap the screen, hit the like button, y'all. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank y'all for coming and joining the discussion. This is breaking news. It hit last night this, you know, the footage hit last night. But it's crazy. Yesterday they've been talking about it, but now it's like this. It's going bonkers right now. It's just crazy that this is happening. Okay, it's his job to keep society safe. If she's driving like that away from law enforcement, she's not a safe person. But the question is, Kendra, do you think that she deserved to be shot and unalived? Let her go. Just let her go. I think that this woman should have been just let go, and she would be here today. There are so many different options. That's why people are protesting everywhere right now. Let's go. I told y'all 2026.
That woman killed was identified by the
Let's go.
Minnesota Star Tribune as Renee Nicole Good. The newspaper spoke with a woman who identified herself as Good's mother. The woman called
y'all
Good,
run them lights up,
quote,
y'all.
"one
We
of
need
the
1,000
kindest
people up in this
people
chat.
I've
Let's
ever
go. Run it
known."
up.
Now, another cell phone video shows the chaos that unfolded after the incident. Agents deploying tear gas to disperse crowds.
Now look at
Mother
this.
of the
I
woman
said
called
that. They done just hit. See this type of shit. They doing all type of shit. They done hit the man. Look, they done hit the man in the face. They done hit the man in the face with some tear gas.
quote,
I
"one of the
said,
kindest
damn,
people
get in here.
I've ever known." Now, another cell phone video shows the chaos that unfolded.
Now look at the excessive force. Look at the excessive force. They didn't hit the man. Now this is all lives matter, gang. And that's what I love to see. One thing that I love to see, I do love to see everybody standing up in all races when something is wrong and it's done wrong and the people I think they should protest. No violent protesting. I don't agree with any violent protesting, but it is beautiful to see that people are standing up, whether it is a melanated person, Caucasian person, Asian person, white person. When something's wrong, we all need to stand up. Especially because I believe, and I'm just being totally honest to you guys, I totally believe if this happens and we continue to see this type where they're just firing rounds off at people for just resisting, then what do you think is going to happen in the future if the people allow this to happen? We living in America. We do have certain laws that we have to abide by. But shooting a woman in the face and taking her life? And if some of you guys are not looking, people always say, you know, if you're not looking at it through this side, just think about it if that was your loved one and you seen this officer. If he might have broke a leg or something, or, you know, he didn't turn out with a broken leg, gang. He didn't turn out with a broken leg. It could have been worse, but he would have been alive. She's not alive. That's what I'm saying. She's not alive. And now, again, we're dealing with a woman, gang. We're not dealing with men. And Charles Fire puts, bro, some of these people want this to happen. They want to see this. I absolutely. And then what other thing people want to see? They want to see confusion. They want to see chaos. Chaos. But people out there really protesting because people did not see this force needed to be applied the way it was applied, and this woman lost her life. She lost her life, bro. Just because she drove off on ice. And it's just going to get crazier. Now look at this, gang.
After the incident, agents
Bam.
deploying tear gas to disperse crowds who were
Bam.
seen throwing
Right there in his
snow
face.
at agents. DHS officers are defending the agent, saying the driver weaponized her vehicle by accelerating, and the officer feared for his life. But the mayor of Minneapolis saying that it was the agent's fault. Take a listen.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. A woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run.
An act of domestic, come on, gang. An act of domestic terrorism, gang. An act of domestic terrorism. What do you guys think about this one? What's up, Surprise? Please double tap the screen, gang. We're going to be covering this. We're going to keep our eyes to the streets, our ears to the streets. Not only we keeping our ears to the streets, we keeping our eyes to the streets. I'm going to be right back. I'm definitely going to keep updating everybody on what's going on. I said, damn. They finished?
Yeah, you can keep
Hold
talking.
on. But now here's the thing, Band-Aid Gang, that we gotta be mindful about. We gotta be mindful about this. This lady just said this was an act of terrorism. I said, damn. An act of terrorism? Why is everything an act of goddamn terrorism? Let me read some of these comments, gang. I try to interact. An act of terrorism. That's what they just said, Band-Aid Gang. I said, damn. Hey, give me some real, like, true life advice for the future. Plug me back in.
I got you.
All right, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me, Band-Aid Gang. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. I'm going to read some of these comments. Salute to everybody that's in here. We got 144 people. Thank you, guys. We got 144 people in here. I'm going to read some of the comments because some of y'all need to know what I feel about it. Okay, let's go. Turn it up.
Defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is...
Now, what do y'all think about that?
Now, tonight, protests...
What do you think about that? Like you said, I feel this is bullshit. Bullshit. That's bullshit. Now, her being injured, maybe shot, but what make you just want to go shoot at the face, gang? I said, damn, we're going to go out. What make you want to shoot at the face? And unalive her. Unalive, I'm going to shoot this woman in the... I just, as a man, I cannot see myself, even with the power I have, or the power that they give me, to be able to carry a weapon, to just shoot that woman in the face. I said, damn, come on, let's talk about it. Go wide.
Yeah, I know.
Slow down. Wait, watch that truck. Let's talk about it. I'm about to get ready to read these chats, gang. Y'all get in here, double tap that screen. We gonna stay on top of this. I'm definitely gonna keep updating everybody with what's going on this. I will be having an open panel on my channel. I will set it. We gonna keep our boots on the ground when it comes to this, because it definitely has to do with our nation. It has to do with our people. It has to do with that. America, we're already in the 2026. In 2026, and look what's already out, gang. Already. Do some of you guys think that this is a test? Do you guys think that this is a test for martial law? You think this is a test for martial law? Because people are going crazy right now. Is this a test to bring in martial law? Is this another cover-up for what's happening? How we're going over there and we taking them people oil in Venezuela and captured the damn president, him and his goddamn wife, bringing over drug war, even though allegedly America is based off of drugs? Pull over right now. I said, damn. Now I'm finna read some of these comments. Angel gonna close this door. Band-Aid Gang, let me get up in here. Let's get up in here. Let's do what we do best. I try to give a chance for everybody to give their opinions. Y'all please double tap my screen. I said, damn. Y'all get in here. So, thank you. It says, the acts they don't. Sorry, no more disrespect, but some of y'all in the chat I'm talking about. Good content, brother. Stay blessed. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Voluntarily. Now, this is what Corey Hunt said. Voluntarily went to interrupt police business and wondering why she's unalive. Oh my goodness. That was kind of harsh to say, brother. That was harsh to say. That was harsh to say. But hey, you here to express your opinion. Hey, we're going to see how this is all going to turn out. Read the Bible. Talks about all of this stuff. But in the end times, mothers will be against daughters. Exactly. Sons against fathers. And everybody wearing against each other. This is what's going to happen. It's meant to happen. Hey, let me pin that up. I'm pinning that. I'm pinning that. Because it speaks to that. Mom against daughter, son against father. It speaks to that in the good book. It does. I said, damn. Now, let me go ahead and read the next one. Play.
And defensively shot to protect
Thank y'all.
yourself
Thank
and the
you,
people
guys.
around him.
We back.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of
Y'all get in here.
self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is
Protests are breaking out in Minneapolis with hundreds of people
Somebody
protesting
put
the ICE agents'
breaking
actions.
news, this
Also
man
protests
is
breaking out in
delusional.
New York City as well as
That's
New
why they
Orleans.
said about
Kelsey, thank you.
June 76. Okay, now look, Band-Aid gang. Y'all get in here. We got 16. We got back up at 80 in the building. Let's run this shit up. So this is what we about to do.
Is it overweight? Or...
Now go ahead. I'm about to put the screen up because we definitely got to cover this. We got 17 up in here. Run that motherfucker back up, Band-Aid. Let's go. Let's run it up. So I'm going to go ahead and go to this next clip.
Oh, no wonder why. Hot spot. Sorry, y'all.
Y'all get in here. It doesn't make any sense. They
Take
protested
$10 right now, or
everywhere,
let me show you how you can
Band-Aid
save
gang.
hundreds easily.
Oh, definitely the hundreds.
All right, we need to download Rocket Money. Give me your phone real quick.
Okay, but what's Rocket Money?
Rocket Money is a
Oh, you didn't click the other.
ICE-related shooting. This now, the first time that we're really hearing some more law enforcement.
Yeah, we know that the call was made
Y'all get
maybe
in here.
about 10 o'clock this morning, so just about 3 hours or so ago. In that press conference, we did get some more information about this woman who was, we know, at this point, shot and killed by ICE agents.
Now, I'm reading the comments. It says, God put her in that position to make her an example. Derek Henry King. ICE targeted the wrong one. Absolutely.
Yes.
And I mean, a woman gang, a woman that is not gonna harm 3 men that is leaving a scene. Look at how many people are out there protesting, bro, in Minneapolis. This look bigger than George Floyd, right? Floyd, right here. Let's go.
We have learned that she is a 37-year-old white woman. She appeared to be in the vehicle alone, is what the...
So color has nothing to do with it. We just got ignorant people with weapons in ICE that need to be psychologically evaluated. I said, damn. Hit the like button. ICE is cowards. Y'all run this shit up. Run it up. We got 100 in here. We need 1,000. We know we just hit 14K the other day. They took the video because we do them all type of ways. That's what we do over here. But that's okay. We bounce back. We got 100 and something in here. Now we need to run this up to 1,000 people in the chat. Y'all get in here. Let's go.
The police chief said, but the spouse has made it to the hospital, but we probably should take it back just a little bit about just some of the chain of events that have happened now that we have some of that information confirmed.
And interestingly, we really still haven't learned what the initial call was, why ICE was there in the first place, who they may have been looking for. But
that's
we
the
know
thing,
that while ICE agents...
Does anybody know what ICE all up in the ICE for? What they looking for, gang? What was they looking for? What they still looking for? Okay, we know it's gonna be a drought. They finna block the borders. So all them boys with them cocaine prices finna go up. They already took the president out of Venezuela and his wife, went over there and took the oil. I said, damn, them dope boys gonna be a whole bunch of madder than 10 niggas out here. I said, damn. And they got people riding. She blocked a moving government vehicle. I said, damn. Hold on, he got a weapon in his hand. Okay, we ain't got the Proud Boys up in here. I said, damn. She blocked a moving government vehicle with her SUV and intervened in their path of travel. But should she have been shot in the face? Nobody's answering it. Everybody's saying this, but who? Should she? Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. Let's let them likes match some views. Come on, run it up, y'all. Now, come on, y'all, double tap the screen. We covering this. Now, I'm doing this on a vertical tonight, but I'm going to have a panel later on tonight, and we're going to discuss this, y'all. So a lot of people, I want some of y'all to come over and just make sure y'all like my video coming out. Make sure y'all can keep it in the algorithms. Thank you for the new subscribers. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is Band-Aid Gang. I'm C-Dub, Mr. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying? And I said, damn. Now, look what done happened. I said, damn. Y'all get in here.
were there, according to Mayor Fry. There were about a dozen or so plus agents there, and that, you know, we've seen, there's some video out there. We're actually going to be showing it to you here shortly, so you can see for yourself. But in the course of you know, of them looking for somebody, people started to gather, crowd started to gather. More law enforcement shows up, and I'm not exactly sure at what point the incident happened with the woman in the vehicle, but we know that there was a woman in the vehicle. And according to, again, you'll see the video for yourself and you can kind of watch. There are two narratives here. One from the Trump administration, which we'll read to you in a second, and then one we just heard from.
So we're going to hear from the Trump administration on what their views on it is. We back up, double tap the screen, hit the like button. Thank you for the new subscribers. We will be covering this on the channel. Thank you, guys. Put the Cash App in the chat if you want to donate to the channel. Cash App is $Content Kings with a Z. 123. My mod nurse 59. Please put our Cash App in there if you want to donate to the channel. Feel free. Thank you very much. Any donations, welcome. Thank you.
Local law enforcement. So there's no audio here as well, and you're going to see this sort of play out. So just a warning to those who may not want to see this.
Now, she almost hit the dude. Now, everybody, we keep saying that. Yes, she almost hit the dude. Let me show you guys. Let's go from their perspective and looking at this. Put a one in my chat if y'all can hear us. Thank you guys very much. So we're gonna continue to play this.
See the vehicle there. That's law enforcement pulling up in the pickup.
And it is the Honda Pilot that we should be focused on here. It's about a purplish reddish color here. So let's take a look.
Agent walking up. And then there's another agent. I don't know if you can see that one right there.
Yeah, three agents involved. One was kind of closer to the front of the vehicle. The other kind of pulled on that driver's side door handle.
Yeah. So again, there's no audio here. We don't know what's being said. We don't know really anything else about this woman, other than we know that she was not the target of the initial investigation. That was confirmed by the police chief. But there are some other angles of this as well that are being looked at.
Double tap the screen. Thank you, guys.
That's kind of one pass of the video. And again,
Let's read this comment. If someone drove at you with the attempt to harm you, would you just take it? Oh, right? No, I would not just take it, but I would not shoot the woman in the face. But see, that's what happens when you give people power. ICE needs to go back to the ICE plant or wherever the hell they came from. Exactly. Now they up there in the snow, throwing snowballs and bullets at the same time. I said, damn. Now look at the streets. You see this is what I'm calling. If this was a positive act, if it was actually done right, do you think that many people would be protesting in all these different states about this woman losing her life? Let's be mindful about it. Not that many people would be protesting about this. It always seemed like people that's in law enforcement and you know, allegedly want to defend law enforcement for some of the acts that they do. That lady should have not been shot in the face. Now, Sugar Man say she brought it on herself. That is so sad to say, Sugar Man. Because, Sugar Man, if that was one of your people, Sugar Man, if that was your sister, your brother, you would not be thinking about it that way. You would think maybe they should have just let her go. Most of you guys know it. But some of the people just got evil in them. Some of y'all just evil, gang. Some of y'all are just evil. Double tap the screen because I'm gonna be honest with you. If it was your relative, you would have said just let her drive off and that she would have not needed to be unalive. Hit the like button if I'm telling the truth. I said, damn. The people saying that she deserve it are the same people that cried about Ashley Babbitt. So sad. I said, damn, and you right about that. Cops tell you to stop, you stop, but you don't get shot. You don't get, if we start going by that now, gang, then what is this country gonna turn into? You guys gotta stop that, gang. You guys gotta stop having that kind of thoughts, man. If the cops tell you to stop, just stop. Nah, man. It ain't gonna be like that all the time. If you pulling a weapon and they tell you to stop, you deserve to get shot. Because you look like you was taking someone's life. But she did not look like she was taking someone's life. She looked like she was driving off. That's what it looked like, Band-Aid Gang. Give me 1 second. Thank you, everybody. Please subscribe to the channel. We got Diamond Gang up in here. Thank you, everybody. Please subscribe to the channel. We got Diamond Gang up in here. The whole Diamond Gang coming up in here. For those that don't know my channel, Diamond Gang. Double tap. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Double tap. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. We got the Diamond Gang, 178 people in my chat. Let's run it up. I said, damn. Okay, can y'all hear me? Okay, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. We back. So let's go ahead. Let me go back and view this. I just hate to see people. I hate to see people with the bad comments about this woman should have lost her life. Not thinking about this if it was your own relative. Stop thinking about, oh, I'm law enforcement. Nah, bro. This lady lost her life. And now it ain't about all that, like people were saying before, a black and white issue. And I love it that it's not a black and white issue. I love to see black people stand up for white people, all type of people. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And that is what we need to be looking at, people. She did not deserve to lose her life. We got Diamond Gang says she actually lived there. She was a resident. She was a resident. She didn't look like somebody ICE would be looking for. Y'all, we know the ICE been looking for Hispanic people, illegals. So she doesn't look like an illegal, nothing against an illegal, but she doesn't look like an illegal, Band-Aid Gang. She should have been a resident that stayed in the house. This is what O Jenkins saying, Diamond Gang, that stayed in the house because they had shit to do with her. That they had nothing to do with her, then they should have let her go, allegedly. I said, damn, let's go. Let's look at what these women look at. Let's go, Band-Aid Gang. We got 30 minutes on and we going on live tonight.
You can see the vehicle there. That's law enforcement pulling in the pickup.
And it is the Honda
Make sure you
Pilot
subscribe
that
to
we
the
should be focused
channel.
on here. It's about a purple.
Cash App, $ Content Kings 123. Let's
Agent
go.
Walking up. And then there's another agent. I don't know if you can see that one right there.
Yeah, three agents involved. One was kind of closer to the front of the vehicle. The other kind of pulled on that driver's side door handle.
Yeah. So again, there's no audio here. We don't know what's being said. We don't know really anything else about this woman, other than we know that she was not the target of the initial investigation. That was confirmed by the police chief. But there are some other
Getting ridiculous.
other
You
angles
right,
of this
gang.
as well that
So
are being
ridiculous.
looked at. So that's kind
Another
of one pass
distraction.
of the video. And again, right. Okay. Thanks for letting us know. Sorry. So there is some audio to this, and if you go online, you can see. So now you can see the vehicle is crashed.
Yep.
And according to law enforcement here in the Twin Cities, that woman was shot, and then the vehicle drove into.
El Ruben, you're right. Another distraction. Another distraction. Another distraction. And that's what it's looking like. Another distraction. And it is getting ridiculous. Hey, what up, Damon? What up, gang? Band-Aid Gang up in here. Put them Band-Aids up in here. 230 people in the chat. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. Thank you guys for coming and joining and watching. We will keep everybody updated on this, y'all. I got about another 15, 20 minutes. And we will be back tonight, but I will have an open panel. We won't be going vertical because we'll be able to have people on the panel to really give their own opinions. And so the people that's in here, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell so you know that we going on tonight and that you can come in, because it's not going to just be me. My channel going to be lit tonight, y'all. So we might be going on late, but hey, we going to do it. We just going to keep this updated, y'all. That's what we going to do. Blah, 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 Jeffrey, I said damn. Blah, 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 Jeffrey, I said damn. Thank you for texting it, though, Jeffrey. Okay. You hate to see it, guys, but she was told to get out the car simply. I understand.
Y'all keep saying the same
People keep saying the same thing, that this woman was told to get out the car, but she was unalive. She wasn't shot in her leg, gang. She wasn't shot in the shoulder. She was shot in the damn head, gang.
They're not saying.
Exactly, Sugar Man. We got this. We got this. She wasn't shot in the shoulder, gang. She was shot in the head, not one time, but more than one time. And you know, some people got their same opinions, whether it was Black Lives Matter, whatever lives matter. They're not trained to shoot in the leg. Okay, just because they're not trained to shoot in the leg, it's a woman, man. It's a woman, and it's so cowardly to me to see these men act like they scared of a goddamn woman. I said, damn. So men out here scared of a woman? You don't know how to handle a woman? I said, damn. Y'all get in here, man. Stop playing with us. This bandit, stop playing with us. Y'all know better than that. To sit up here and say that, and exactly, they're cowards. El Ruben, they are cowards. Somebody saying she's screwed up. She not alive. She ain't screwed up, gang. She's not here anymore. She's not here anymore. What do you mean, gang? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, Band-Aid gang. Y'all, let's get up in here, man. Stop playing with us. This woman is not here. Put a 1 in the chat. The woman is not here, gang. Thank you. The woman is not here. Because she drove off. I said, damn. I'm gonna just drive off out. Then she gone. The woman is gone. And it's a woman, gang. Thank you guys. A woman. You guys are not making no sense for some men to act more like cowards, gang. Grown men acting like a coward, gang. That's what it is. Let's be for real. No shade. She drove at a... What?
Will he shoot a woman in the face?
Would you shoot, ask yourself, would you shoot a woman in the face, gang? All the people that's saying that you would shoot a woman in the face because she kind of drove up and scraped your homie a little bit because she probably was scared, probably had mental illness, but he would have still been alive, gang. If this was not ridiculous and over exaggerated, gang, then tell me this, gang. Why the streets acting the way they acting then? Why is everybody in the street protesting about it? Why is there preachers, doctors, and all those type of people protesting about it? It just ain't silly people out here protesting about it. It's people with credentials that is protesting about this, gang. I said, damn, get in here. It is people with credentials, lawyers, doctors, attorneys, that politicians that are protesting about this. Double tap the screen, hit the like button, gang. That's what y'all not realizing. It's people with power protesting about this because in some sense it was wrong. It was wrong for that lady to be unalived. They could have handled that different. There are so many different ways it could have been handled where people would have been alive. That man would have been alive if she drove off because he's still alive, right? The man that she almost hit allegedly is still alive, Band-Aid gang. I said, damn. Let's talk about it. Get in here. We ain't got to live like this. We ain't got to live like this. I said, damn. I'm Mr. I said, damn, and I'm stepping on them. This what I do. And don't let me get on the stream tonight and goddamn it really break it down in slow motion and break this down, because that's what we gonna do. Because we gonna get to the bottom of this, Band-Aid gang. I said, damn. We gonna get to the bottom of this. Because no matter what all these people had done said, now ask yourself this question, because this is what I do best. I dissect shit. Science class. We are in science class. Now, this is pure facts. Ask yourself this, Band-Aid Gang, and all the people subscribe, hit that notification bell, because, I just think it's just him up here talking. Well, wait till tonight, and when you start seeing the whole Band-Aid Gang up on the panel. See, y'all thought it was just me. No, it's not just me. This is a movement. I'm just on live right now. Shouts out to my mods, my MODs, my members on duty. That's what it stands for over here. Now ask yourself this question again before I get ready to close out this live, because I'm going to stay on for an hour. I said damn, and I'm coming right back. And I'm bringing vengeance with me. Did I mention that? Oh, I must have left that part out. But we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Now, if that lady had drove off the same way she had drove off, that officer still living, right? That officer still living, Band-Aid Gang. Whoever she drove off and almost hit, they still living, right? So if they would have let her go, that person would have still been living. Am I right, Angel? Yes. And she would have been living. I said, damn, stop playing with us. See what you did? You disrespected my chat. Stop disrespecting my chat, gang. Stop disrespecting my chat. Yeah, what you came over here playing on? I'm gonna kick you in your ass when it come to this fact shit that we spit over here. The man would have still been alive. Am I right? Put a 1 in the chat if the man still would have been alive. If she drove off the way she drove off still, he would have been alive. Thank you, Diamond Gang. He still would have been alive. And she would have still been alive. I said, damn. It's helping me a lot, Grit. I said, damn. Now keep Grit up in here. Let him grind his teeth. Let him grind his teeth. Because they don't know how I do it over here, Band-Aid Gang. We break cases here, bro. And we come on and we got the remote control to the algorithm. We'll turn this motherfucker up when we want to. Yeah, I said, damn. Now what you're not finna do is disrespect the chat and not give that woman some type of justice. Only God knows. She shouldn't have been there. What up, Grit? I'm just talking crazy, Grit. 60 Grit. We right here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Yeah, I put a little humor and I have a little fun. But what's right is right. Now, I'm not a black preacher, but I'm a street preacher. I said, damn. Y'all get in here. And I'm preaching the gospel today. And the gospel today is that man would have still been alive the way she drove off. She would have still been alive if they just let her drive on out through the damn barricade. Just let her go. But instead of that, you got crazy people on the internet preaching like me, people in the street, all because of them not letting that woman go. Somebody put Trump mixtape gonna be lit. We got Trump coming on here too. I'm make sure y'all watch my next thumbnail. And to me, it was some bullshit. I don't know which way you're going with it, but it was bullshit. I said, damn. Double tap the screen if you like to donate to the channel. Cash App, $ Content Kings 123. I am C-Dub. It's pinned in the chat. Y'all look at the pin. It's up there. I'm C-Dub. Mr. I ain't saying a word, but you know what I'm saying? And I said, damn. Now, I'm going to watch the end of this with y'all. And I'm going to update because we got our ear to the street. Everything that new that pop up, we will be sharing tonight and we will be live. Can you answer my question? Why is this shit happening in the Democrat states? Only in the Democrat states. Diamond Gang gonna answer that tonight. King Trump. People king trumping. They taking oil. They taking drugs. They doing everything. I said, damn. You ain't preaching no gospel. You would know it in forgive and mercy. I do. Look, I know forgiveness and mercy. I know that woman needed to be forgave and didn't need to get shot in the face. Come on, man. Stop playing with us. Let's go.
To the snow there, as you can see. So this is kind of the aftermath right now. This video
Y'all get in here.
Is turned the other way. We want to just show you what's happening. We didn't have a lot on the front end of this, and every time we show video, we kind of like to show prior the incident and then as much after. But this is what we have, so we wanted to show it to you in full.
And this is also the first time that we are seeing this as well. So we're kind of just watching this together.
Oh, that's sad.
Along with you. But as you can see there, you see all these houses and these homes along Portland Avenue. We know that this is a residential area. So again, we don't know much about this woman, just that she's...
Again, y'all, I am not a preacher. I just sound like that, gang. I'm rocking my show. I am not a preacher.
Yes, she was.
I'm just doing this for justice. Yes, she was a mother. Somebody said she was a mother. She was 37 years old. She lost her life for leaving the barricade. I don't think that she should have lost her life. I don't even think that she should have been shot at all. I think that there was different ways and options they could have taken to let that woman just go ahead about her business. But instead, we got 1 million people protesting in different states about this. And we just going to update about it. I just want to make it. I like my lives to be for everybody can come in. This is not the type. This ain't the bias channel. This ain't no bias channel. I allow people to be able to express their opinion in my live. Feel free to always express your opinions in my live. This is not no bias channel. I like some Democratic laws. I like some Republican laws. I'm not biased to none of this shit. All I'm here to do is speak my opinion, and everybody else be able to share their opinion and be able to speak some other people's opinion in my chat. I said, damn. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I have nothing wrong with Trump. I agree with some of the things Trump, some of his views. I agree with some Democratic views. I am not a preacher. But what I'm here to talk about today is what happened to this 37-year-old woman that lost her life. That was someone's child. Because she drove through a barricade and she probably panicked, could have had mental illness. We're going to have to check more into this. So let's just be mindful about that, gang. Let's go ahead and continue to look at this, ride this out, and then we will be updating. I'll give you the closing.
7 years old. We don't know if she was an observer, because that's the thing too. So a lot of these ICE agents were out there, and they say observers were out there as well. These are people that are just documenting what is going on. And so we know from the police.
And some people don't know what's going wrong. You don't know what type of energy that officer put on towards her. She probably panicked because she could have had mental illness, bro. She didn't know what was going on. Are you guys mindful that that could have been her first barricade that she ever pulled up on? She was like, what the hell going on? She backing up. Like, maybe she was backing up thinking, well, shit, let me back up. He could have, ma'am, stop. She, whoa, what's going on? Get out of there. Because she like, whoa. She probably never been approached with that type of anger or that type of energy. Are you thinking about that? It is people like that out here, gang. And there's some people that their nerves are bad, like mine. They talk crazy like I do sometimes. Get up here and do you all type of ways. But I said, damn, I know it is people out there that can't adjust to regular shit. And they still got a driver's license. I said, damn. See, they don't like how I tell the truth. I'm just telling the truth, though. Y'all get here. I'm spitting facts. She put herself in that situation. They just want to kill somebody. Not necessarily her. But they wanted to kill somebody. Exactly. That's what it seemed like. It almost seemed like it was staged. It almost seemed like this was an act. They wanted this to happen because it's unreal. And like Teddy said, I think she panicked. She could have panicked. Be mindful to that. But unalived, no. And that's why I feel like we should cover this. I got people, my street team out there. Shouts out to the Diamond Gang. Shouts out to YG, the Gray Spills the Tea. We got a gang over here. Not no street gang. We got a gang of people that fight for what's right. And we gonna update y'all with some new content tonight. We gonna keep updating y'all. I'm gonna keep doing lives. I'm gonna keep covering this. I just want people to feel comfortable when they come to my chat. I'm not biased to anything. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. This not no Trump thing. This is what's right, and it was a person unalive that could have had mental illness, didn't have a weapon. When she drove off, she could have injured that officer. That was wrong. Let's be mindful. She could have injured the officer, but she did not have to be unalived. And if she did injure the officer and she drove off, which we don't have proof of the officer being injured, if she drove off, then it wouldn't be a million people protesting in different states. Am I correct? And someone put her vehicle was a weapon, but her vehicle did not unalive anyone. These officers are grown men. They know how to stop, drop, roll, dick, roll. They know how to do all these different tactics. The men supposed to be men, but they unalived a woman. Let's talk about it. They unalived a woman. Somebody put she had TDS illness. If she could have panicked and had an accident, it could have happened. Exactly. She did injure the officer. He's in the hospital. Okay, officer's in the hospital, but he's still living. He is still living. Where are all the don't tread on me people? Where they at? Maybe her vehicle would have attempted to unalive someone if she would not have been shot. She turned the wheel and floored it. All officers are trained to shoot, drive, so they just robots. God damn, wait till they put these goddamn robots out here then. It's gonna be crazy when Elon Musk put all these goddamn robots out here. They're supposed to be more than people by about 10 years from now. He's supposed to have more robots than people. So y'all gonna act different with them robots. You want these officers to act like robots. Wait till these goddamn robots come out. RoboCop popping out the goddamn Tesla car. Y'all gonna be acting different then. I think what was supposed to happen, man, Evolve, I think that what was supposed to happen, that they were supposed to attempt to grab the door, do all that type of shit. But once she panicked and rolled off, let her go, gang. Just let her go, bro. Just let her go. Trigger happy police. Exactly. Just let her go, bro. Put it this way. If they would have let her go, we probably would have had an injured officer, yes, but we wouldn't have me on the internet and 1,000 million other people talking about this right now. It could have been avoided. She was 37 years old. I mean, come on, dude. Exactly. Hey, Coral. Salute to Coral. What's up, mods? Second video from different angles show officer didn't shoot until she hit him. Okay, that's a possibility. Until she hit him. And he shot her. And then she dead. Then she could have rolled her body, rolled him into something else, and unalived his ass too. I said, damn. It's all crazy. Y'all double tap that screen. I will be live tonight with an open panel. Hey, Coral. Shouts out to the replay gang. Thank you, guys. The disclaimer is in the description. Fair Use Commentary Act 107. Thank you guys for coming in. Shouts out to all the new subscribers to the channel that's watching. We do a little bit of everything over here on the channel, man. We are Dolph Sector. But just salute to everybody. We will be covering this. We also got some more Trump information coming out in Venezuela. We got some stuff that we got tucked off. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the live and be able to participate. I'll do a lot more reading, y'all, but I do have a job other than YouTube. This is not my 9 to 5, but I do thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for the likes. I am C-Dub, Mr. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying. And I said, damn, with the real angel in the building. Thank you guys for coming in today and joining us. We will be back. Make sure you check my community wall, and there will be a thumbnail drop. Tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Peace and love. Stay blessed, never stress. And I know it's hard out here, but remember, we all going through the same thing together, and it is called life. What you say, Angel?
And if y'all would like to donate to the channel, the Cash App is pinned at the bottom.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Peace and love. Thank you for the 100s. Peace and love. We will see you guys later on tonight. Following up. So make sure y'all subscribe and hit the notification bell so y'all know when we going live. I will be reading a lot more comments tonight because I will be shut down. I got to go back to work. Peace and love, everybody. It's your boy C-Dub. Mr. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying? And I said, damn. And we up out of here. Peace. Band-Aid gang.